So, GM guys, in this video, I want to, this is more like a journal, right? About a trade that I took yesterday, being 9th of March 2026. So now, regarding this trade, the bias was actually bullish, right? But I was actually anticipating something bearish, maybe to take out this low here. But if you take a look at this place, you notice that we had a sweep and then we had a break. So price was only pushing higher. And this price leg here was only a retracement into an expansion, taking out this high right here. Taking out this high here. So then again, I was going to sell only if price, took out this side before 9:30 or after 9:30, right? But this eventually taught me another lesson that um 9:30 doesn't mean that you have to sell or just just selling before 9:30, because if you take a look at this chart here, if you're using time and price theory, all those things occur during 10 o'clock, right? And then we had this high, short-term high here, which was taken out, and then price dropped. In some broker, it closed below this low, right? Giving us an inversion, IAVG, right? This was a confluence for me, and then again, this side, I mapped out this side, which is Versa liquidity. So had it been that price took out this side, I would have short it, right? But since price didn't take out this high, since price didn't take out this high, it only indicates that this low here and this high here was the range, right? So in other words, price was consolidating or retracing, and then price took out the low. Once price did took out this low, the next target will be the Barca liquidity, this Barca liquidity right here, and the next Barca liquidity here. So this is actually what transpired, right? So then when I took this sell, I had my SL right here, which is pretty obvious. Then I was targeting this SR liquidity, but then price did another thing. And another thing that made me to took the sell was I used this hard time frame key level, which again led me to another lesson, right? I don't need to, I need to specify certain key levels that I will be using. If is it going to be a low or is it going to be a breaker block? Because this was not a breaker block. A breaker block would have been a high, a low, and a higher high. But in a scenario whereby we had a high, a low, and a lower high, right? It shows a downtrend, but in a way it could have huge, but it didn't, right? So that was another lesson that I learned. I won't be choosing random key levels and all that. So this was what made me to take out this to take the sell, because if you take a look at this place, you notice that some people might call it support broken, right? This support was broken and then retraced to it, turned to resistance to sell lower, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case, guys. So in what I learned from the trade was the fact that this buy side liquidity wasn't taken out, right? It was maybe a low-key red flag for me to take the sell, but we had a series of up close candle and closing right here. So and then we had the sweep. So we had an ILVG and then we had an LVG inversion. So you would have taken this trade from this point to this and to this point, right? But that wasn't the case. And then again, I took another entry here, selling, sorry, buying. So we had this zone here, So we had this zone right here. But I wasn't expecting price to, retrace back to this zone. Right. I thought that it would have used this fair value gap right here. Okay, this fair value gap here. So I thought that that was it. So I had to I had to take my position here again. And then on it, I would have like had my SL here, but I had my SL stop loss at this low and then targeting this side. But unfortunately, I got stopped out, right? So this was the trade that I took on Monday, two trades, and then I got stopped out. So if you take a look at this point, we had a low, we had a lower low forming a swing, forming a swing. So we are currently in a scenario whereby we might have a three bar swing, right? 1, 2, 3. So this may be the key level that price may reach up to. So if Monday did Monday expand lower and then reversed. So I'm expecting price to, you know, keep going higher, but we are going to have some retracements. We are going to have some retracements, and then we had this support level here. We had this support level here. So, and this support level is overlapping in this range, with this range. Obviously, it's probably at the 50% of it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, below in a discount. So if price eventually tag this zone, I'm going to buy it to go higher. But that may be during New York session. So that's that for today's episode on my journey to getting funded. Sorry. Yeah. Getting funded and pay out another. So that's my lessons and other. So I hope this video was maybe insightful in a way and all that. But if you find it insightful, click the like button and then follow for more content like this.